weird is that? I'm re-recording this message now because it feels like, so my computer screen locked. I'm using Photo Booth. I haven't used Photo Booth in a long time, but I felt stirred to record myself saying a few things about where I'm at, where whoever this reaches, wherever they're at right now, we're in the same spot. And I'm getting that the message is to stop waiting and to stop ruminating is step one. Because there's a lot of processing that we have just done. There's a lot of realization. There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of moving in the direction of that which has been painful, and a desire to move from this version of ourselves, the version that you've always been, to the version that you know you've always wanted to be, and that has wanted you, and that, well, is you. So the life that you've been calling out, at a subatomic level, alchemically, within, there is a moment-to-moment communication. And you've been doing the work of sending out the signals to the version of yourself that you want. The higher self, your guides, whatever it is, whatever that can be defined as for you, you've aligned with it, and you've received lots of lessons in the last few days, weeks, months, and years that again point you towards the thing. And you've received a lot of specific messages very recently around what you need to do right now, as we're in this very masculine, fiery energy of Jupiter in Leo. But here's the thing. It is comical that it's a moment of taking the action that aligns with what's maybe more masculine, when the entire message right now is feminine, and it is to slow down and to stop ruminating, to stop waiting, and to act. But to act from you, to act from grounded what you want, what that higher version of yourself wants. That's what's asking you to step forward. Take a step, because when you have made any choice or movement in the past that was in the direction of the higher self that has called out to you, that you feel compelled to walk towards, but that lots of surface reality hang-ups get in the way of, right? Like, there's interference, there's fog, there's been a lot of it right now. But when you've stepped over the threshold anyway, despite the confusion, well, that's when the clarity comes. That's when the synchronicity says, come on. Exactly. Keep going. And that's the message that I'm getting in all these readings that can't stop looking at on my phone. It's like I feel like I had reached the point where, okay, I got the message. Time to move. But something in me is still afraid of what the step requires that I need to take. And maybe this resonates with you. Maybe the receptivity, the feminine, the being able to trust that what you want wants you to, that what you desire is actually seeking to and coming towards you, that it is already all in alignment. That urge is, or that sensibility is being shown to us and is being tested, that when we are confused, okay, when we feel ourselves stepping back out of the fast lane, getting out of the fast lane that we get into when we are aligned, and that we are acting with gusto towards the thing or the things that we are wishing to manifest. It's like there's a conditioned, and it aligns with the surface reality's tendency to prioritize and validate the masculine as the only way of manifestation, that the man is the form that is default, and the woman is a foil for that creation. Bone, from the rib, like, that is a false reality. The reality that says that does actually reward conquest and aggression and pushing things forward is a false one. I think that in order to actually have our dreams come true, first of all, if you're like me, you gotta let go of that boomer conditioning, the fetishization of suffering. It's not working for us anymore to be so cynical. It's not working for us anymore to be so guilty, to feel so tied to what others are probably thinking about us in private, the judgment, the understanding. The fucking thing is, we don't understand each other in this surface reality. We don't. There's too many barriers, there's too many obstacles. It's weird. And even for the people who seem to have it somewhat together, and who seem to feel most of the time that they are separate, or that they're separate from this. I know that they feel it too. I know they do. The moral injury is palpable. So when I first pulled out this deck of tarot cards that I was just going to reference, so I was looking for the Seven of Swords because that was coming up so much in this person's reading. I open the box and it just pops out to the Magician. And then Temperance and the Devil appeared. It's like everything is here at this moment. Everything is right here. So the hesitation, the rumination, the waiting, and the guilt that you feel. Actually, this is key. The guilt that you feel at the fear, at the confusion, at the hesitancy, at that all of the old systems, the internalized messaging about who you are, what you're good at, what you are supposed to do, how you're supposed to be. All of that conditioning is coming up right now because we have stopped waiting and we've stopped ruminating and we've started walking down the right path, right? That there's a gate sort of energy that I'm not going to claim to know much about it. I'm just learning this stuff and I'm just kind of along for the ride. But feminine surrender. I surrendered to the divine messaging that led me to become who I am. I surrendered to it, and that was the right move. And of course, I would go on to continue making choices that were based on a surface level, surface reality, engineered from internalized messaging, internalized shame, internalized rejection and judgment that, you know, also stems from a value system that doesn't see the female as the ultimate seat of creation energetically. We kept going through this repeating cycle. We kept breaking down. We kept feeling resistance. We kept running into walls. Because it takes a lot of work and a lot of sustaining balancing of what our body has to say to us, what our mind has to say to us, and what our perception has to say to us. Balancing these all out into remembering the right move is not necessarily to make a move. The right move could be, in this moment, alchemically to reset, and don't let the verification or the proof or whatever, the sign that appeared when you were like, actually, I'm in doubt again, and then it seems to have confirmed, oh no, maybe it's already too late. Don't listen to that. Just observe and learn. What does that stir in you? Why does the concept that you might be late for really stepping into the reality that you desire, why does that upset you? What is wrong? What is dystonic within from that? That's what I want to know. Because that voice within you can be the kind way of saying, you don't have to do anything, darling. Everything is going to work out. Everything is working out. Because it already is. Come back. Don't try. Don't try. There is no trying, okay? There is no trying. There is no doing. It's the attachment to what success looks like, what it has to look like, that gets us in the way of what our actual success looks like. So take a moment to stop waiting, stop ruminating, but just feel, just be, just be. And then the next step is to clear out the container. It's like spring cleaning. I know it's not spring, but that's what it feels like. It's like you have a container of some sort with magic happening in it. Just give it some organizing. Take a break. Don't think about it for a while. Do something fun. Watch Steven Universe. I'm really so obsessed with this show. I never had seen it, and it's so good. Watch Steven Universe, or watch anything. Just take a pause and rest, recharge, feel good right now. Without guilt. Without guilt. That's the problem. The problem is guilt coming up when you pause. So don't pause if you're not serious about it. If you're not serious about pausing, like, if there's actually something that is going to make you feel guilty that is coming from the truest knowing, then don't pause. Then move. I don't believe in distorting your own truth with messaging that just gets repeated because you want it to be true, so you're repeating it. Alright, well, I have to end this here.